Hello guys and welcome to GastronautGeek's new video. So today I'm here to introduce to you an SSD. SSDs are flash drives that are chipped onto a motherboard, so it doesn't have any moving parts. And since it's a flash memory, it has much faster read and write speeds. When we compare it to a traditional hard disk, an external one, when we connect it to the computer, immediately the disk starts to spin. The reader head analyzes the data in each sector, and then only we can copy the files or read the data inside this. So this is a pretty long process, and also the read and write speeds of a traditional external hard disk may be very slow. When compared to a traditional external hard disk, SSDs has much way faster read and write speeds. So let's compare what the difference between an external hard disk and an SSD will be in regards of the speed. I'll quickly show you the technical aspects on my monitor as soon as I unbox a SSD. Let's quickly go and unbox this SSD. This is a Samsung T7 Shield that I bought from Amazon. This costed me around 7,200. This is a 1 TB variant, as you can see. It's white in color. It is a rugged SSD. So as we can see, this has rating of IP65, that is splash proof, and it also has a drop resistance of 3 meter, that's around 7 feet. So I'm a 6 feet person. Even if it falls from my height, the data in this is safe. Whereas if you drop an external hard disk just from your table, it's done. We need to go recover it. Otherwise we need to get the data recovered by opening up the hard disk, connecting to an external head and everything. It's a much longer process, and it's so unsafe to have an external SSD for your valuable data. This saves your time, money and files. Okay, let me just quickly show you what's inside this box. It has one more packaging that has branding of Samsung on this. Okay, here I can see the Samsung's branding, and pretty much a plain box. This is a cardboard box. When you open that box, you have the SSD placed in a tray like this. Let me keep this aside and show you what else is in the box. So it's kept in such a way that this is here, and you need to open up another flap to get the rest of the contents of this box. So it has a type C to type C connector. This is a C to C cable. Okay, so you can see this is type C to type C. A type A to type C connector, and some documentation, notes, warranty and all those things. Okay, so this is how it looks externally. Okay, so you can see it's a very rugged drive. So this has T7 Shield written over here, the name of the SSD, some technical details here. This has a USB type C interface, and then also a small LED indicator to show whenever it's in use. This will start blinking. So this is how it looks. As you can see, this is a silicone, kind of rubbery silicone material that covers the entire SSD. Okay, so feels so rugged and so professionally well built SSD. So let's just quickly dive into our computer, connect this and test the speeds and compare the speed between a traditional hard disk and an SSD. Okay, come. Here I have connected the SSD itself to my Mac Mini M2. So let me just quickly connect a traditional hard disk also to the computer. So I have connected the SSD using a type C to C, and I am using a traditional hard disk cable to connect it to the M2. So one thing I noticed is when I connected the SSD, it instantly took it started reading it, and the hard disk took a bit while to read. So let's go to this software called Blackmagic Disk Speed Test. You can get this installed in your computer. It's a free software. How it looks, the user interface. let me select the target drive. The target drive would be Mac Mini SSD, and let's start the speed test. So guys, as you can see, there is the write speed and read speed. The write speed comes around an average of 850 to 900 MB per second, and the read speed comes around an average from 700 to 750 MB per second. It's advertised in this box that the read and write speeds will be 1050, that is 1050 MB per second. But this is the speed that I'm getting right now. Okay, so guys, let's start to select the hard disk. This is the hard disk. So let me start with that, and let's quickly see the read and write speeds of a traditional hard disk. So the hard disk is starting to struggle already. The speed initially showed up to 200 Mbps, then it started to drop down quickly to. So this test was over, and you saw the results on screen, how much fast the hard disk was and how much fast the SSD was. So I think I don't have to explain to you guys much more about what the difference of speed is between an SSD and a traditional hard drive. I recommend you, everyone, like my fellow photographers, content creators, and everyone who is not using an SSD till now, to get one, try out that and get the speed, save your time, and also save your money by protecting your disk in a drive that is much safer. Okay, so see you guys on another next video where I'll be introducing to you some exciting products like this. So let's learn together, let's try together, and let's grow together. Bye bye, this is GastronautGeek signing off.